My name is Simon. Yeah, I'm still technically on my leave, but just got back about half an hour ago, spending some time close to a town of Hoodspret. But before I did kind of a trial run with a Saturday evening chat back on October 18th, which seemed to go really well. So yeah, we decided to try it again at a different time. Then I tried it at 10 p.m. Central African Time. Tonight I'm going to try at 8 p.m. Central African Time, see how that goes. And yeah, it's where we will be starting it again next week for sure. It will be kind of a regular Saturday program from now on, evening chat. And so next week we're going to try again at 8 p.m. Central African Time. We're going to kind of advertise that a little bit more. But yeah, so welcome to everybody who's joining in, and welcome to any new viewers. This is the opportunity for you, the viewers, to ask myself questions, as well as some of the guys might pop in a little bit later. We never know. And yeah, to ask me questions, you can feel free to log into the We Social Network, which there's a link for that on our main page, wildearth.tv. And from there, you can go under We Shows, and then there's WeChat, and it's a chat room there where feel free to ask me questions in there. And this is also a chat room where you can log on through various parts of the day. And sometimes some of us members the We crew here are on there that can answer questions, as well as we use that for the chat, as well as you can always send us questions to finalcontrol@wildearth.tv. That's our email. So if you have email and don't want to kind of pop into the chat room, you can send me questions through finalcontrol@wildearth.tv. And I apologize, I just got back about half an hour ago from kind of a long drive, so I'll be kind of stumbling here and there. But as well as looks like some things have changed. I've already noticed that the Ning website has changed around a little bit, so where we can actually read people's names now. So I'm sure a lot of people are happy. And it looks like some people are also saying hello. Hello, Kathy, and hello, Karen. So yeah, looks like some people are tuning in. And yeah, I've actually been gone since Tuesday. Just stayed outside of Hoodspret. I was actually about 25 kilometers away and just stayed in a small little bush camp, as it was called, self-catering, and it was quite nice. And it looks like some other people were saying hello, and thank you, CJ. She's saying I was missed. Thank you. I'm still technically on my leave, but I'll be starting back on Monday, but I decided to go ahead with the Saturday evening chat because I mentioned it a couple times. But yeah, this will become a regular show, and so yeah, I know. So this one we probably won't have a lot of people tuning in because we didn't advertise it much. But next week we will be having one again at 8 p.m. Central African Time. We'll see if that time works for a lot of viewers as well. Let's see. And Kathy was saying that, and we know that I was traveling on a 4-lane blacktop the whole time. Yeah, it was kind of blacktop for most of it. All right. Charlie is wondering definite answer of what animal is featured as the Weloads. Is it a monitor lizard or a gecko? It's definitely not a gecko. I'll have to see what species of lizard it actually is. I've been kind of curious myself. It might be a monitor lizard, but I'll have to ask Graham about that. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not too sure of the lizards. What lizard it is. I've been kind of wondering that myself. I'll definitely look into that for you, but I'm pretty sure it's not a gecko. Yep, and just once again to show people that, yep, it is kind of night. This is not like a pre-recording of anything. As always, we like to do things live except for the wee bits. All right, looks like I got a question coming in. Where am I from? That's kind of an interesting question. I'm kind of from all over everywhere, but I was born in the United States and I grew up in Canada since I was about 6 till about 18, 19, and then I was in Tennessee. Then I went to college in Colorado for about 5 years, and then before I came to Wild Earth, I was working in Georgia. So yeah, I'm kind of all around. So I consider myself. I lived half my life in Canada, half my life in the United States, and then hopefully another 13 plus years here in Africa. All right, and looks like another question coming in from Kathy's weather distance question is wondering. Peter mentioned during the drive that the temp was around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but weather gizmo used was about 66 Fahrenheit at the hilltop, Miltsbrit. All right. Yeah, it's hard to say what the temperature is. I actually did check my on my little travel alarm clock. It also reads the thermometer or the temperatures, and right now it's reading about 29.5 degrees Celsius. And actually, yeah, got it right here. And just 1 second, so I'll see what that is in Fahrenheit. So it's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So yeah, it's been pretty hot recently. So yeah, it's here just in Final Control. To where, yeah, I think I forgot to mention that I'm here at the Final Control at Wild Earth, and we're located in Juma Game Reserve in the Sabi Sands area of South Africa for any new viewers that might be tuning in. All right, and it looks like some other people are coming in and leaving. So those that are leaving, goodbye. Have a good evening or good night. And those that are coming in, welcome. And once again, if you have any questions for myself, feel free to log into the chat room, which is under the We social network, and under We Shows, go to WeChat and just type your questions in there. Or you can always send questions to Final Control at wildearth.tv. And let's see, I got to ask a question, where in Tennessee did I live? I actually, I lived in the Brentwood area where my parents were, but technically Nashville. So yeah, I lived there. We moved there in '99, and I lived there until about 2002. And yeah, and just to show everybody, it's night and it's kind of quiet at the watering hole right now. Okay. Okay, looks like the feed has been bad a little bit, so the person that asked where I'm from couldn't hear the answer, but I was from all over, but half my life in Canada, half my life in the U.S., where the longest periods in the U.S. were Michigan, Tennessee, and Georgia, and then and Colorado, and various places in between there. All right, and Kathy's wondering, when I go home for the holidays, where will I be? Where will I be going home to? I'll actually be heading home to Michigan, is where my family's going to have spend the holidays. We're going to spend it at my oldest brother's house in Michigan, in the Jackson area. So it'll be a lot of fun going there, seeing my family. So that's where I'll be. Okay. Yeah, looks like another repeat of a question. I'm wondering what the lizard is on our logo that always is before the live feed opens up. It's not a gecko. I'm not too sure the exact species of lizard it is, but I'm gonna ask Graham about that to see if he knows a little bit more about that. So yeah, it's not a gecko, but I'll have to see what it is. Oh yeah, in Harold mentioned that he lived in Bellevue. That's actually where when we first moved there, that's where we lived. We lived in one of the apartments for about a year in Bellevue because my dad was actually on sabbatical then and was going to Vanderbilt University and to see if they wanted him to teach a class and see how he liked it, and he stuck on there for for a while. So yeah, it's kind of a small world out there. Looks like some people don't live too far from Jackson, so that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if when I go home, if I do run into some people that watch Wild Earth. I don't know, Kathy. She was just commenting. Didn't she read somewhere that it was Graham's pet lizard that we were seeing the close-up of at the start of the live feed? I'm not too sure. That'd be an interesting question. Possibly it could be. A lot of people do film pets, and it's really good.